Congratulations! Direct from Bandai. I have the ultimate Gaia memory. Welcome to what is now becoming a new subseries of TJ reviews entitled, Now TJ is Just Showing Off. This is where I review something so rare that most likely none of you are going to have the chance to buy it or are watching this video because you are curious about if it's worth getting or not. Basically, this is just me showing off. So, before we begin, I think this one needs just a little bit of explanation. In Japan, they have an arcade machine for Kamen Rider called Ganbaride, logo featured here. It's literally a play on the term good luck, as this is mostly a slot-based game. Now, in order to play, you need cards, which is what became the basis for Decade's abilities. Gotta love cross-promotion, don't you? Every time you play, it spits out a free card. However, during Double's run, you could get a prize card instead. They included 10,000 of them randomly. Mail it in, and they would send you one of these. Now, I hate talking about packaging, but I'm just going to get this out of the way because I find it a really neat envelope, considering it's just a prize they gave away. I mean, even when they sell web exclusives, they come mailed in plain cardboard boxes, so this is a little bit unique. Contained inside is the rarest of all Gaia memories, the Ganbaride memory. Now, there's a lot of little details about this memory that make it unique, most of which goes with the label, which of course looks vastly different from any of the other Gaia memories, with a lot of the barcode designs that the Ganbaride scans in. You can also see the logo of the machine dead center rather than your usual letter or rider name. Even the name printed on it comes with a barcode on top in a completely different font. There's a lot of painstaking detail going into making this so unique and making it worthy of being a prize. Just to give you an example of that, this is the only orange Gaia memory. I am not kidding. The closest they came before this, or actually the only other one that was orange ever, was the Climax Deno memory. And even this one had to be glittery, and it's definitely not the same shade of orange. This is also the only orange DX memory, which means it's the only one that also has an orange light. Now, again, if you're not much into Gaia memories, this isn't a big deal. But little touches like this do make it stand out, and do make it a very unique item. Now, for the rest of this, I'm going to diminish the light levels, so you guys should be able to see the lights a little bit better without having me point it straight at your face. So, let's go through the sound effects. There's Ganbaride, that's your default sound effect. From here on out, it gets special. And there is all of your Heisei riders that were released at the time. This is the only memory to feature all of those sound effects in one, even though all of them did have their own individual Gaia memories. But that is where this memory keeps going. Okay, just a little clarification, because some of you would have never heard that term before. Shin is Japanese for, well, it actually has several translations, depending on spelling and context. In this case, its translation would be new, as in the new Ichigo, the one with the light green helmet, the sea green helmet, and silver face mask, along with the green body armor. The original design had a dark green armor, as well as a black helmet and green face mask. This also came with a lot of other cosmetic changes, but specifically when it refers to Shin Ichigo and Shin Nigo, it means when they look like this, how we're used to seeing them now. So, moving on from that quick explanation, And there's all of your Showa riders. That is a ton of sound effects for a single button. Now, what I should point out, after that the sequence goes right back to Ganbaride. And no matter what you do, whether you insert it in the double driver, a maximum drive slot, or even if you leave this for days without touching it, it will remember exactly where it left off in the sequence. Though if you use it in the double driver, it will always go to Ganbaride during the transformation. Speaking of which, it's been a while since this one's been on camera. Now, first I'm going to demonstrate the Ganbaride memory on its own, so you can hear its henshin music all on its own without any interruption. Standby noise, you can see lighting up on the bottom. Actually very cool music. And again, this is something special because aside from the Prism memory, there really isn't any other Gaia memory that has unique henshin music, at least none that you would normally associate with using the double driver. It's always random sound effects, voices, or other henshin sounds from previous writers. So the fact that this one has a music selection does make it quite unique, which means it can go well with the gold-tipped memories. Because this was made later on, when they had perfected how to construct these Gaia memories, the speaker is a little bit louder than the normal DX ones. Though this could be due to the age and the fact that these are still the original batteries. Oh well. In my experience, they're still the same volume they were previously, which means this one is just a lot louder. And that just leaves us with one last thing to do. Try it out in the maximum drive slot. Again, this is going to be unique, so bear with me as I just demonstrate without interruption. The standby noise you heard is from the Ganbaride machine. It's the sound when it's waiting for you to activate the slot reels. The attack sound effect, I'm not going to wager a translation. I can't understand what this memory is saying. I heard the word attack. But I'm not even going to try and guess the other one. I'm sure someone in the comments will know exactly which one it is, so please check below there. Make sure that it has been posted 100 times if you actually know the answer. Bottom line though, this thing is exceptionally hard to come by here in America. Because this is a prize item, you'll find very few people willing to part with it, and the ones who do want top dollar for it. It's obtainable, but very expensive for one noise stick. Now, the one thing I do want to point out is that while 10,000 cards were released, there's no guarantee that all 10,000 were redeemed. You have to account for a lot of little variables, like, well, they might have gotten lost in the mail, they might have been thrown away or lost on accident, or on purpose. There might have been kids who didn't even care about getting a free Gaia memory. There's always the case of the kid who just wanted to have a free Ganbaride card and got screwed out because of the prize card coming out instead. Bottom line, while this thing was supposed to be released in 10,000 numbers, and even though I don't think it's quite that big of a drop, this is not a 10,000 release item. This thing is 4-digit rare. And considering most Gaia memories were released in the millions, that's significant. This is hugely rare, very hard to come by. Whether or not it's worth it is up to you. Personally, the prices it's going for, I wouldn't recommend it unless you're absolutely hardcore about this toy line. I just got lucky that I found it at a really, really good price compared to what it's going for elsewhere. It was still a lot of money. But that is basically me showing off the Ganbaride memory to everyone who can't find the Japanese videos for it. All 2 of them. Thank you for watching, and hopefully one day this will actually be useful to somebody. Because I don't know anyone else who would drop the dime like I would for one of these.